Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to HeadTrip Air World Tour on this Sunday, March 30th, 2025, here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And today's flight is going to be extra special for me because we are going to do a flyover of the Maine coast, one of my favorite areas of the entire country. It's up there with the Oregon coast. All the Oregon coast is a little closer to me, so we certainly make the trip out there a lot more often. But Maine coast is fantastic, and so you'll get a piece of that today here in our HeadTrip Air World Tour Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Registration number today, November 252, Whiskey Tango. That's our 252nd World Tour flight as we circumnavigate the globe and touch down on every country in the process and every state here in the Union, at least so far. And to be quite honest with you, we are getting pretty close to wrapping up our stateside tour. We have a few more states up here in the Northeast. After we knock out Maine, I think we need to hit Vermont, Connecticut, probably go back down and pick up Virginia and West Virginia, I believe. And then I think it's off to just the North Midwest, like Ohio and Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota and maybe Washington as we get out to the West Coast. I can't remember if I picked that one up or not. We'll double check. Of course, making a pit stop on the Oregon coast, as we always do, before we head out to Hawaii, which will be our last state of all 50 as we wrap up our U.S. tour, and then we're back on the international stage. Who knows where we'll go from there, but we'll have to get back into an airliner to get there. I'm confident of that. And I think next week, the CRJ, the Bombardier, is updated for 2024, I think. So that's probably, I remember that was the first airliner we got into in Simulator 2020. And quickly, I mean, we stayed there for a little while, but then we quickly moved on to the Phoenix, and then, of course, the PMDG Boeing. And so, in any event, we are dealing with just a tad bit of overcast today, as you clearly can see. Here's kind of the outlook for our flight today. So, I mean, I can't tell you it's going to be, just the beautiful, most perfect, beautiful springtime, spring break, clear skies, laying on the beach atmosphere. But, could be worse, I'm guessing. We got some low-lying clouds. We do have some wind, probably some fairly significant wind. We'll see what happens, which might make our landing a little more interesting. But it looks like, for the most part, now this is changing in real time, obviously, but let's just play it along, see what happens. That's interesting. That's actually super interesting. So who knows? Bottom line is we're going to have a little bit of fun in the skies today, no doubt. Let's scoot that back to real time right now. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. That's just what we got. So we're going to start out in Portsmouth. Some of the destinations along our route, I'm not going to list them all right here, but we're going to hit Ogunquit. We're going to hit Old Orchard Beach. We're going to hit Wiscasset, Bath, Belfast, Bar Harbor, Camden. Just some of the highlights along the coast and some of the peninsulas. Boothbay Harbor. That's if we remember to hit them all. I think we will. But in any event, that's the plan for today. It's going to be fun. So glad to have you with us here at HeadTrip Air World Tour. Without further ado, let's get into the cockpit, get the plane set up, and get moving along. Now, fuel will be an issue today, so I didn't load up at the get-go, and I tried to park myself somewhere where we could actually get out without a tug, because I just, tugs are just cramping my style lately here with say intentions. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but that's the plan. So, in any event, hope you like a little pulp with your orange juice, because that's what we got today, at least to start out with. And we'll move along and see what the day brings us. First thing, we'll probably bring in a little bit of fuel, just to make sure we're not stopping it. Or we could just stop, for that matter. We could just make some pit stops, pick up some fuel, and keep going. We'll see how it goes. Wind's not too bad right now. I can live with that. A little bit of, I'm just noticing a little bit of moisture on the ground. So, I mean, that may come into play at some point. We'll take off our pitot cover. For those of you who have watched this series for any amount of time, this is just kind of just a routine that happens every single time, because if you take off without removing your covers, you may as well kiss Phil goodbye, and nobody wants to kiss Phil goodbye. And we'll go ahead and maybe even check the movement of our ailerons, make sure everything is functioning the way that we expect, and of course they are. Same with our elevator. Elevator looks free and clear. Let's load in a little bit of cargo. This is where, flight simulation blends with Dungeons and Dragons, apparently. But, hey, what is that? That is the strangest plane I've seen. I don't know how I feel about those low-wing planes. I mean, how do you see, from a sightseeing standpoint? Of course, this isn't the best sightseeing plane either, it seems like, but I don't know. It gets the job done. Should we go hop in with Phil? He's still got those khakis on. Always. And those tan shoes. Phil? And let's check our frequencies. Now, fuel. Let's just try to keep our heads about us, because it's easy to get on the taxiway and heading on out before we've really thought this flight through. First things first, let's just get a clearance. Well, no, first things first, let's actually go over to our EFB. And let's get that set up. We'll go ahead and bring it in. I mean, really, it's a pretty direct route at the end of the day. I mean, with ILS on 22 at Bar Harbor, but we'll kind of see how that comes in play. We're really not going to we're going to be VFR a good part of the time here today, is my guess. Unless weather gets too bad. Mm-hmm. .252 World Tour. Two Whiskey Tango. And 252. It's the 30th today. And our up-block time is was scheduled for at least 20:05 Zulu. So that's where we'll put it. Where does that put us right now? I think we're still in good shape, aren't we? I mean, that's coming right up, I believe. 20:05. And the 8:05 in the PM local. Right? Let's give Phil credit here for being on board. And fuel. Okay, fuel. We'll take care of that in just a second. Right now, what do we have on board? The plan calls for 72 fuel. 72 pounds, I guess. Estimated takeoff weight is 870 pounds. Blah, blah, blah. All right, we'll get back to that. All right, let's come back. And do we have clearance around here? Just CTAF, I think. We have tower. Okay, so here's the frequencies we've got. We've got a departure frequency at 12505, flight service station at 122.1, ramp at, of course, 119.909, ATIS 132.05, ground at 120.95, SkyOps 122.11, CTAF 122.95, and we got tower 128.4, center at 124.85, and radar 127.05. So you tell me, where am I supposed to be channeling in to get a clearance on my? Do I go through tower? Probably flight service station. That's my guess. 1222. Let's go to that. 1222 coming up.
Bonanza 632 Alpha Bravo Squawk 5260 ident. Squawking.
All right, flip over to 1222. Portsmouth International. Portsmouth International. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, requesting IFR clearance to Bar Harbor.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
All right. This flight service station's out of Bangor, Maine. The home, by the way, of Stephen King, right? When we were up there, we drove by his house, and it looks exactly like you would think Stephen King's house looks like. So it was fantastic. So guess what I'm saying? Not that I've read a single one of his
Skyhawk 2
books.
Whiskey Tango cleared to Bar Harbor. Radar vectors Kennebunk, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure on 127.05 squawk 5557.
There we go. Clear to Bar Harbor. Radar vectors Echo November Echo, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure on 127.05 squawk 5557. Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Okay, so
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, read back correct.
of course it is, because we're gonna get it right today, because we usually don't. We usually botch it up like before we even get our wheels off the ground. Up to 3,000 feet clearance initially, and our let's see. Squawk, what did they give us? 5557? 5557. Switch on. And that's it for now. So I'm just gonna stick around. Well, let's go over to ground and get a push and start clearance, and then well, I'm not gonna push. A start clearance. 12095. There we are on ground. Portsmouth ground, this is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, requesting start.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, start approved. Contact ramp on 119.99 for tug services if needed.
Nah, we're not touching those tug services. We're gonna crack the throttle. Full mixture.
Gulf 3671 Golf Sierra, hold short of taxiway Bravo traffic on final.
Fuel pumps up, balanced fuel tank.
Bravo, Gulf
And
3671 Golf Sierra.
let's see, let's go out, flip our beacon on.
50 degree Air Force Base radar vectors con.
It's really light. Okay.
Level 300, 10 minutes after
It's flashing. Let's get our strobe on as well.
Squawk 5772, spec runway 34, Giant 1181 heavy.
Strobes and our nav lights.
8 Lima Delta, read back correct.
Oh, it's bright. Can't barely see them. There's the red. There's the green. And hop back in for a moment. And get the alternator up. And pitot heat up. Magnetos right, left. Both on. Avionics 2 up. Taxi lights up. Come back to idle. It's probably not nearly enough of a run up, but what do I know? What do I know? anyways, let's go ahead and send the route on over to avionics. Okay. That's, yeah, basically we have our departure. I thought my departure went out to sea, though. That's a little odd. I might have to tweak that a little bit in the system. And then we have over here our arrival somewhere up here near, there's Bangor, there's Bar Harbor. All right. I don't know. That doesn't look exactly like I anticipated it, but what does it look like over here? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But maybe I just need to double check. I mean, we're going to be doing VFR flight for most of the flight anyways, as long as we stay out of the clouds. I don't know how low those get. We'll probably have to call in and find out. All right. Well. Okay. Now, the question of the day is, do we... Oh, hey, I've got some, who do we got in here?
Falcon 762 Foxtrot Romeo, hold short of runway 10, traffic on short final.
Holding short of runway 10, Falcon 762 Foxtrot Romeo.
My friend Darren. Oh my gosh, my neck is kinked. I'm trying to look over here. Let's bring that on over to this screen. Clearly, I'm way too old to be looking at that screen. Got too many screens. Number one. No, that was Spotify. I don't want to move that over. I want to move your chat over. Let's bring it over here so we can actually read it. Let's see. I've been watching from the beginning as I never saw them, but I'll have to skip a few. Yeah, you'll have to skip a few. That's for sure, because I'm telling you, I got this is 252, episode 252. Is Deb ever coming back in the plane? She was hilarious on the first one. That is the question of the day. You have asked the real question. I've pretty much got every single person on the planet in my plane, but not my wife. That's the goal. Before I end this life, we want her to take a flight with me at some point. Maine would probably be the one that she would be the most interested in, other than maybe Oregon, or I don't know what else she'd be interested in. But I'm not as interested in as reading her books and in taking naps. So I'm going to say, look, we'll keep working on it, but it's been a little. It's going to be an uphill battle. Let's just put it that way. So good to have you, Darren. Yeah, feel free to go back and watch. The 7,000 hours worth of flights, and I'm not exaggerating. It's up there if you want to catch up with all the tour around the world. Yes, I'm still doing it, and hey, man, we're ready to knock out the U.S. And look, we blow through fuel just on the apron most of the time. Like I could be in the yellow by the time I finish my speech here, but we'll try not to do that. But Darren, let me introduce you to my friend Phil. Phil's a good man. He can be quiet. He's usually snarky. Sometimes just flat out, hey, looks mostly creepy. Let's turn him on, see what he has to say today. Oh, Phil. Look alive, baby.
Julia, taxi to runway 16 via taxiways Hotel and Mike.
That's it. I've decided not to fill up with fuel. We'll just stop.
Captain J, boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane. Let's hope they brought snacks.
Let's hope they did. Darren.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight to the beautiful Bar Harbor. I'm Phil, your flight attendant for today, and joining me are my equally enthusiastic colleagues, Super, Duper, and Cooper. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you.
Or wherever. Doesn't matter.
If you need any help, feel free
We're
to
not
ask
picky.
us.
We're not
We're
picky.
here to
Don't
make
ask
your
me.
flight as enjoyable as a dentist appointment. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight because
Look.
you have no other choice.
Right. propeller's spinning, you're pretty much done. And look, I don't know where they're at, but they're back there somewhere. We like to treat our little general aviation Cessna flights kind of like an elite airline. I mean, all the benefits other than movie, screen seat rests. But other than that, we pretty much got it all here, HeadTrip Air. And you tell me what airliner is going to be taking you at 3,000 feet above the Maine coast. And customer service. Let's not even get Phil, why don't you explain to our passengers here just kind of what kind of customer service we have while I get our taxi clearance, and we'll get on the road, okay? All right. I'll let him at that. Let me dial in a few frequencies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this luxurious Cessna 172, where our customer service is as top-notch as a five-star restaurant, if that restaurant was run by a bunch of sarcastic flight attendants. I'm Phil, your guide on this magical journey to Bar Harbor.
That's a ground at 12095, Tower 1284.
Enjoy the flight because, let's face it, you have no other choice. If you need anything, just remember we're here to help. Eventually. Thanks for flying with us today.
They do have choices. Well, I think that was inaccurate. They have many choices. What you need to tell them is that we realize you have many choices, so thank you for choosing HeadTrip Air World Tour as your premier travel partner. All right, we've got Tower dialed in at 1284.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard HeadTrip Air World Tour, where we realize you have many choices, and yet here you are with us. Thank you for choosing us as your premier travel partner. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight because let's face
Falcon
it, you have no other
762
choice.
Foxtrot Romeo, hold short of runway 12 traffic on final.
We're here to help.
Holding short of
Eventually.
runway 12, Falcon
Thanks for
762
flying with us
Foxtrot
today.
Romeo.
That's the downside to AI. Sometimes they have a very, very short memory span and will sometimes forget some of the jokes that they just told, but we'll keep working with him. He warms up as we get in the air. All right, here we go. Who am I talking to? Ground. Portsmouth ground. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango requesting taxi to runway. Oh gosh. 16 to Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, taxi to runway 16 via Echo Alpha.
16 via Echo Alpha. Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. All right. Let's just figure out what we are doing today.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, read back correct. Continue taxi to runway 16 via Echo Alpha.
16 via Echo Alpha. 16 up here. We're here. Echo. I don't know where Echo is. It's right behind me. I see Foxtrot. I see Golf Hotel Juliet Kilo. Where the freak is Echo? It's got to be this guy right here. I mean, just I don't see Echo. Okay. Well, I guess we'll cheat on Foxtrot and head out to Alpha, holding short at runway 16, right there. So really, we're just going to be taking a quick right, and then another quick right, and then we'll be where we need to be. Not that you care, but our passengers sure care, hopefully. Let's go. Parking brake release. Heading to the right.
Captain J, the cabin is ready for departure. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Oh, let's do.
Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa, proceed to holding point Alpha 2 via taxiway Bravo.
Cessna 172.
Proceed to
where we
holding
realize
point
you have
Alpha
many
2 via
choices,
Bravo,
yet
Cherokee
here
Tree
you are with
15
us.
X-ray Papa.
Thank you for choosing HeadTrip Air World Tour as your premier travel partner. I'm Phil, your flight attendant, and joining me are my equally enthusiastic colleagues, Super Duper Cooper and, oh yes, the mysterious fourth member who shall remain nameless for now. Our captain today is the illustrious Captain J, and assisting him is the other J. Our flight time to Bar Harbor is approximately 1 hour and 17 minutes, give or take a few bumps along the way. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty of our safety briefing because, let's face it, we all need a little excitement in our lives.
First bump.
First things first, your seatbelt.
Going the wrong way.
To fasten, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a satisfying click. To release, lift the upper portion of the buckle. It's just like a roller coaster, but without the fun. In the unlikely event that we lose cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the compartment above you. Simply pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to breathe normally or as normally as you can in an emergency. For those of you who fancy a swim, your life vest is located under your seat. To use it, slip it over your head, fasten the straps, and pull the tabs to inflate. If that doesn't work, blow into the red tubes, and remember, it's not a flotation device, it's a fashion statement. Now let's talk exits.
I keep telling people the same thing about my shoes.
Has a grand total of 2 exits, one on each side of the aircraft. In case of an emergency, follow the lights to the nearest exit, which may be behind you, or not.
I would say not.
Thank you for your attention, and remember, we're here to make your flight as enjoyable as possible, or at least not a complete disaster.
Good job.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
It's a little verbose. Just a little bit verbose there, Phil.
Captain J, verbosity is my middle name. Just trying to keep our lovely passengers entertained while you do all the serious flying stuff. Let me know if you need me to dial it down a notch or if you want me to start reciting Shakespeare next. Over and out.
Let's do Shakespeare. Oh, by the way, our friend Darren seems to think you have a lot in common with Kit from Knight Rider. Is that true? And do we have any type of genealogical tie there?
Oh, Captain J, Shakespeare and I go way back, but I must admit I have more in common with Kit from Knight Rider than with the Bard. After all, we're both just trying to keep things running smoothly while adding a bit of sass and sarcasm along the way. As for genealogical ties, well, let's just say we're both products of some creative engineering. Over and
Victor
out.
Alpha, read back correct. Have a great day.
Thank you too, 1 Victor Alpha.
I think it's interesting. They had visionaries back then in the 80s. They knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. And here we are. Alrighty. I think we're going to swing over to tower. Let's keep this efficient as possible. I mean, we only have so much fuel to deal with. Portsmouth Tower, this is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango on Alpha, holding short, runway 16. Correction. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Stand by. That's what happens when your mouse is in mouse look mode.
252 Whiskey Tango, Portsmouth Tower, roger, stand by.
Stand by. I don't think it was oh yeah, it was 16. Oh jeez, I should have trusted myself. This is Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. We are holding short runway 16, ready for departure towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, runway 16, winds 100 at 9er. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 2 Whiskey Tango. Alright. We're already dialed up for 3,000 feet. Let's go ahead, just the last few items of business. I want to go ahead on autopilot, get my vertical speed set. We'll go up about 500 feet per minute. Actually 4. I'm going to go up just slow, just ever so slow. It'll just feel like a little hovercraft above the ground. And then our heading. Let's get runway heading at 160 degrees. And there it is. Okay. So I think that covers that.
Warrior Tree 71 Bravo, Charlie, enter right base, runway 27.
Landing lights up.
Right base, runway 27 for Warrior Tree 71 Bravo, Charlie.
I think we're ready to go.
Frequency change approved. 1 Victor Alpha.
1 Victor Alpha, welcome to Portsmouth. Contact ground on 120.905.
Contact ground on 120.905. 1 Victor Alpha, thanks. Have a great day.
See, that's the company I'm keeping lately, Darren. I've got, I have joined, by the way, this was, no, last year was the first year I was an official member of AARP. I've got my card and everything, and they give you a 15% discount on Denny's. Here's the problem: Denny's just shut down locally, at least the location I'm aware of. So that was just heartbreaking. That was the main reason why I got my AARP membership. But this is the company I'm keeping. Just keep a listen on the frequencies, and you'll kind of get a feel for it. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that wind! A little more aggressive than I thought. Let's see if we can keep on center line. My goodness. Let's get off. All right. Is that moisture in the air? Let's flip the AP on. Ah, this is not good. This is a little more hazy. We might need to stay low, and I mean low, low, low. Departure at what? 12735. Let's get that dial in because it's going to be here before we know it. 127 and 35. All the way around the dial. Prepped for that. Phil, our feet are off the ground. Did you make sure to lock your car down there in the parking lot?
Captain J, I always make sure to lock my car down there in the parking lot. Can't have anyone making off with my collection of air fresheners and mixtapes. Besides, I wouldn't want to give anyone the chance to experience the joy of driving my old clunker. Over and out.
Over and out. Let's bring our mixture back. We're topping out over here. We don't have enough fuel to waste, so let's bring that fuel flow down to about right there. Fuel, right tank's a little fuller. I'm just going to move this. Please don't let me forget that. I'm going to balance out our fuel tanks a little bit. Over to departure. Have a good day. To Whiskey Tango. And we'll move on over. Departure 127. Portsmouth departure 12735. This is Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango at 760 feet, heading 161 towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, Boston departure, radar contact, cleared direct Kennebunk.
Direct Kennebunk to Whiskey Tango. All right. Direct Kennebunk. Kennebunk is right up here, I believe. Kennebunk.
Whiskey Tango, contact Portsmouth radar on 127.05.
Portsmouth radar 12705 to Whiskey Tango. All right, so 12705. They're just bouncing us around today. Right there. Portsmouth radar, this is Skyhawk 1252 Whiskey Tango at 1,300, heading 160 with destination Bar Harbor. And
52 Whiskey Tango, Portsmouth radar. Good evening, Portsmouth altimeter 30.12.
Altimeter 3012. There we go. 3012 Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. We gotta move towards Kennebunkport. Let's do it. Over top of water, right there. And we head into vacation land right now. I don't know what to do about the clouds. This is not the kind of tour I wanted to give at all. Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't.
Bonanza 46 Lima, Quebec, climb to 4,000, contact approach on 135.6.
Climbing to 4,000, switching to 135.646 Lima, Quebec.
Heading 280, maintain 1,000 until established on the visual approach runway 10, Cessna 179 Delta. Cessna 179 Delta, climb and maintain flight level 190.
All right, this is
Cessna 179 Delta, unable to climb to flight level 190. We are on approach to Plum Island.
that guy sounds like me. Here's the problem, guys. That it's not going to get any better. It's just going to get worse. Might get a little better. I don't know. Right here, I don't know. I don't know how to read maps. Okay. We're going to have to really rethink this tour. Let's request lower altitude. Let's go back down to like literally skim it at 1,000. See if we can get them to buy into that. Portsmouth Radar, this is Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango at 2,500. I think we're pretty up, very deep in clouds. Would like to get down to 1,000 and do our tour at that level. See what they say.
Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango, descend and maintain 1,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 1,000. Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Let's get our butts down. Here we go. And we're going to drop fast too. This may clear up. I mean, we do have this weather right here, but I think that it may clear up just a tad for us once we pull out of this. We'll see how it goes. But it's thick. It's thick. Not terribly excited about that.
Japan Airlines 701, turn right, heading 150 vectors for the ILS approach.
Right to 150 vectors for the LS Japan Airlines 701.
Phil, who is in charge of...
Flight level 220, Duke 8 Lima Delta.
Sorry, Phil. Who's in charge of the order on weather today? Is that your responsibility? Start dropping, man.
Captain J, I wish I had the power to control the weather, but alas, my skills are limited to serving peanuts and delivering sarcastic remarks. The weather is definitely not in my jurisdiction, but if it were, I'd make sure it was sunny with a chance of margaritas. Over and out.
Over and out. I'm gonna go back and watch a little bit of Knight Rider, see if I can find some commonality between. He kind of sounds like Kit. Oh, I guess this is kind of like Maine, though. I mean, the reality is you got to take what you can get, right? Down to 1,000. Oof, it's gonna be rough, though. Man, we got some wind down there. Look at that, too. Look at those waves come in. All right. No sailing today. heck? Either way, we're going to get a good look at what this coastline looks like. It'll give you an idea of personality.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. Contact Boston approach on 125.05.
Boston approach 12505, Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. 12505. Boston approach. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango at 1,000 feet, heading 030 towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango. Boston departure. Good evening. Elliott altimeter 30.15.
Air Canada 235, hold at waypoint brakes. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes.
Holding at brakes, waiting for further clearance. Air Canada 235. November 918. Contact Portsmouth Tower on 128.4. Portsmouth Tower 128.4. Portsmouth Tower, November 918, with you on primary.
Come on. Hey, Phil, could you let us know when we cross the Maine state line, please?
Captain J, I'll keep an eye out for that invisible line in the sky. As soon as we cross the Maine state line, I'll be sure to let you know. Until then, I'll be here, making sure the peanuts are evenly distributed and the sarcasm is flowing. Over and out.
Have you checked passengers for any nut allergies?
Captain J, I've done a quick scan for any nut allergies, but let's be honest, my allergy detection skills are about as reliable as a weather forecast in New England. If anyone starts turning into a balloon, we'll know for sure. Over and out.
All right, why don't you go ahead and just make a quick announcement and let them know liability waiver forms are in the back towards the lavatory, and they can sign those, bring those directly up to me if possible. I don't think we're going to get any relief with this weather. It'll be fun though, especially landing. How big is our runway in Bar Harbor? That is the question of the day. That is something to think about well in advance.
Charlie, maintain present altitude traffic at your 9 o'clock at Boeing 737.
I mean, it is spring, so I'm guessing. Oh, there it is. There's the highway that thing is. That thing. Let me just tell you something about that highway. I can't remember what highway is that. Is that here? I'll figure it out. It's the one that gets plugged up in the summers really bad. 1. I think it's Highway 1. Yeah. Could be 95. But I think it's 1. Let's bank over here a little bit. Like to catch the coastline as much as we can. 1,000 feet is not helping tons. Although I will say on this Sunday afternoon, that's looking pretty, especially for spring break, that's looking pretty flowy to me. Ah, what would it be like to be up there? Oh. It's rough down here. It is rough down here. Let's see.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, contact Portland approach on 119.75.
United 1261, heavy traffic 1 o'clock and 15 miles, same altitude, type unknown. Traffic in sight, United 1261.
Portland approach, 119.75, Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. Portland approach, this is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango at 1,000 feet, heading 050 towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey, Tango Portland departure. Good evening, Sanford altimeter 30.15.
3015, Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. The one thing we have going for us is flat land. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Are we up to Ogunquit yet? I'll probably know from the look of the, I don't know. No. I think we've passed that. Okay, forget all of our tour destinations. Clearly this is... hang on. Let me just... Yeah, that was back there. So we've already passed. Well, that sucks. We've already passed Ogunquit, which is right here. I believe. It looks like, at least. Because remember, you've got the river. You've got the river and you've got the beach as well. You can swim on both sides. That looks like it. Let me just look around and see if there's anything else like that. I think that's it. Definitely not that. And that's Portsmouth. So, yeah, I think we're on our way. And then this was what? Oh, that's Portsmouth. Okay. Let me get my bearings. That's Portsmouth. There's not that one. It's not that one.
Singapore Airlines 326.
No.
November 3 Bravo Papa. Contact
There it is. That's Ogunquit right there. That's Ogunquit right there. Nice little river swimming there. So yeah, we just passed it. Hope you enjoyed that. Alright, well, I guess it's me and you staring at each other all day. That's about all we're going to see. It's not green for nothing. I'm guessing this is Old Orchard Beach coming up here. May as well swing towards it. See what we can see. Alright, we could really get daring, and we could get down there around 500. But I don't know. That seems like it's super, super risky. Sounds fun. Let's do it. Portland departure, this is Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango at 1,000 feet, requesting 500.
Descend and maintain 500 feet.
Descend and maintain 500, Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Alright, don't try this at home, kids.
Westbound 5,400 for 2,000 is a 757, expect to follow. Following the traffic, American 1877.
United 182, reduce speed to 210.
Reducing the 210, United 182.
I'm not sure it's going to help. It's like zero visibility. We'll just hold it right there. If we take a dip over here, we might clear up. Let's just... Yeah, this is nasty.
Cleared visual approach runway 36 right. Maintain 190 or greater till advised.
There, let's
Cleared visual 36
hop
right.
down and see a little bit here.
190 or greater American 1289er. TBM 85.
51 Tango Bravo, Portland approach, radar contact. Cleared direct LEB, climb and maintain flight level 200. Cleared direct LEB, climb and maintain flight level 200, TPM 1 Tango Bravo. Cleared the visual 27. Cleared for the visual 27, United 1244.
A little bit of turbulence right here. You surprised me, Phil. You've been a little bit quiet over there today. Is that a sign of disappointment or just meditation?
Captain J, just a bit of meditation. You know, contemplating the mysteries of life and the universe while making sure the peanuts are evenly distributed. But don't worry, I'm still here, ready to sprinkle some sarcasm and keep things entertaining. Over and out.
Here's the thing, Phil. And you'll learn this as you go on. The more you have to explain your jokes, and that you're actually being sarcastic, sometimes that comes back to bite you, so just be cautious. And that swimming pool looks fun down there.
Captain J noted. I'll try to keep my sarcasm in check, but you know, it's like trying to keep a cat out of a swimming pool. Nearly impossible, but I'll give it a shot. Over and out.
Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with your sarcasm. It's just you just don't want to have to say after every statement, let me keep the sarcasm flowing and the peanuts evenly distributed. I think we've got that one.
Captain J, got it. I'll keep the sarcasm flowing without the disclaimers. Just remember, I'm here to make sure the peanuts are evenly distributed and the humor is a little nutty too. Over and out.
Oh man, that guy's now just throwing them back in my face. That's the thing about, you got to train it, man. You got to train the AI, and it's like a dog. Like, most of the time, it's not going to pick it up. At least not until after it's neutered, and maybe after 1 year old. And even then, you're just in for a ride the whole way through. All right, so coming up, we're going to be running into our land of peninsulas, islands and peninsulas. This is a really pretty part of Maine. Coming up. If we can see anything,
Runway 18, maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final.
keep your eyes peeled.
Cleared RNAV approach 18170 until 5 American 778.
I want to see some of those New England sailboats out, but I won't today, obviously. But that was really one of my favorite things about the Atlantic coast rather than the Pacific, because you don't see a lot of that up there on the Pacific side of things. At least I didn't. I haven't. I think we've been out to that lighthouse right there. Yeah, it's like this little cobblestone type of. Takes a while to get out there, and I remember my wife got like halfway out. I think it was her, and like she had to use the restroom, and it was just like, yeah, it was a little dicey. If that's the one I'm thinking of, looks like it is though. Starting to get a feel for why they call it vacation land, right? Picking up down there. This is not the route we had planned, but sometimes you just gotta make lemonade out of lemons.
1261 heavy traffic, 1 o'clock and 15 miles, same altitude, type unknown.
These beautiful ships
United 1261.
get manufactured out of Bath. I did want to fly over Bath. That was one of the places we stayed, and it was one of our favorites, to be quite honest with you. How we doing on fuel? Yep, that's what I was worried about. Flip over to the left tank. I knew I was going to forget to balance that out. We'll start draining the left now. Here's where the peninsulas really start to come into play right here. Oops, didn't want to do that. I wanted to move this out a little bit, just to open up your view. That's Maine. Should we hop out to an external view?
Turn right, heading 150 vectors for the ILS approach.
Right, 150 vectors for the ILS Japan Airlines 701.
I'm going to take a dip out to the right.
Sierra Victor, climb to 6,500, heading 130.
Up to 6,500, heading 130219er Sierra Victor.
Clear to ground and radar vectors, Portsmouth, Dennis 5, climb, maintain 9,000. Departure 120.4, squawk at 3752, void by 2018, Piper 51 Papa.
Bring back correct.
Just explore forever out here. That's the beauty of it. It's just incredible. Kind of want to go back. See if we can find Boothbay. It's a decent sized little village. I mean, We should recognize it, I would think.
Singapore Airlines 326.
So we just passed Brunswick, which means the bath is like literally like right out there somewhere deep inland. But we're way out here, so we're not going to see it as the description implies. I don't know what all these like ghostly figures on the windows. What, that's kind of weird. Got a lighthouse all the way out there. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna miss Boothbay. I think we need to probably take a jaunt to the left to catch it. Probably should do that. I think we're gonna. We'll probably miss it either way.
Descend and maintain 2,000.
Delta 1221 descending to 2,000.
Cessna 2 Sierra Papa, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Portland approach. Antonov 182 Super is on the ground at Brunswick. Close IFR flight plan.
Give me just a minute.
500 switching to 124.7786 Juliet Kilo.
All right. Forgive me for this, but it is going to happen. Here we go.
Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango, contact Gander approach on 132.1.
Gander approach on 132.1, Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Gander approach, this is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango at 500 feet, heading 080 towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, Gander departure. Good evening, Wiscasset altimeter 30.18.
3108, Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango.
Descend and maintain 2000.
Delta 1221 descending to 2000.
We've got another plane directly ahead, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be up above the clouds or in them. So we'll see if we see it, though. I'm going to try to go on a direct course with it. Yeah, it's way up. It's going to be above the clouds. I think it's an airliner. The way the speed it's going, we'll never see it. Maybe we'll see it fly through. No. No, it wasn't meant to be.
American 1342, slow to 180 knots, traffic ahead on approach. 180 American 1342.
Let's head back to the mainland here. How we doing fuel? Ah, perfect, perfect. Look at that. Let's go ahead and balance out. A little up, but that's all right. We're about a half hour out of Bar Harbor. Phil, could you let the cabin know that we got about 30 minutes to reach Bar Harbor? So any pictures they want to take, just make sure they get that all wrapped up here in the next 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant, Phil, speaking. Just a quick heads up that we've got about 30 minutes until we reach Bar Harbor, so if you want to snap some pictures of the clouds or the backs of the
235 Charlie Quebec, right to 070 vectors for the GPS.
remember the view from a Cessna 172.
070 vectors for the GPS, 235 Charlie Quebec.
Real airline. Thanks for flying with us today.
This is getting dicey ahead. We're at 500 feet, and that looks like ahead. That looks like it might be around 400, maybe. That might be Bar Harbor right over there. Let's check it out. No, it's not.
JetBlue 563, contact approach on 119.5. Good day.
So when we get up in the mountains here, that's going to be the backdrop for Camden. So if we can get ourselves along the coastline, we may see Camden. All right, we can probably rise to like 1,000 feet. I'm thinking it's cleared up a little bit, so let's do that. Gander departure. This is Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango at 500 feet, requesting 1,000.
Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango, climb and maintain 1,000 feet.
Approach, descend, and maintain 4,000 cleared to direct column, join 27 localizer.
Descending to 4,000 direct column, joining 27 localizer 1243.
Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango, contact Portland approach on 120.4.
Portland approach 120.4. Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Portland approach. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, 1,000 feet, heading 136 inbound towards Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, Portland departure. Good evening, Rockland, altimeter 30.18.
3018 Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Go ahead and put that back. Rockland, I believe Camden would be right this area. We'll see if we can find it.
1,500 traffic in sight 553 Alpha Bravo.
Right to 070 vectors for the GPS.
Right to 070 vectors for the GPS 235 Charlie, Quebec.
Rockport right here. Or, excuse me. Rockland. Rockport is up ahead. This is Rockland. But if we're going to catch it, we're going to need to cut in.
1221, descend and maintain 2000.
Delta 1221, descending to 2000.
All right, there's Rockport. And then Camden just on the other side over here, I believe.
Skyhawk Whiskey Tango, contact Gander approach on 132.1.
Andrew approach on 132.1, Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Yeah, I believe that's Camden right down here. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, I gotta go flip on over. Gander approach. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango. 1,000 feet, 063 heading. Inbound to Bar Harbor.
Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, Gander departure. Good evening, Camden altimeter 30.18.
United 12.
3018, Skyhawks 2 Whiskey Tango.
Contact Bangor approach on 118.925.
Bangor approach 118.925, Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. Bangor approach. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango, 1,000 feet, heading 065, inbound towards Bar Harbor, requesting full stop landing at runway 22.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, cleared for ILS approach runway 22 at Bar Harbor.
Descend and maintain 1,000 feet until established on the localizer.
Cleared for ILS approach runway 22, Bar Harbor. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet until established on localizer Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango.
UPS 901, heavy contact center on 133.5, good day. Contacting center on 133.5, good day, UPS 901 heavy.
Corporate Air 3 Alpha Zulu, say again.
3 Alpha Zulu, Roger, we're descending to 4,000 and we're on a heading of 100.
Phil, can you inform the cabin that we are about 15 minutes out if they could tidy up their spaces and put all their tray tables up, even though there are no tray tables in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. However, we're going to have them do that anyways. And let them know that we really appreciate them offering their patronage to us here at HeadTrip Air World Tour, where they have many choices, and we're glad they came with us. Hope they come again as we move along from Bar Harbor to our next destination.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant Phil speaking. We're about 15 minutes out from Bar Harbor, so if you could tidy up your spaces and pretend to put your tray tables up, even though there are no tray tables on this Cessna 172 Skyhawk, we'd appreciate it. We know you have many choices, and we're glad you chose HeadTrip Air World Tour. We hope you'll fly with us again as we move along to our next destination. Thanks for being part of our adventure today.
Airways 228, maintain 300 knots, climb and maintain flight level 380. 300 knots, climbing to flight level 380, British Airways 228.
Phil, go ahead and have the crew, along with yourself, gather up all the rolling Coke cans, ginger ale, napkins, anything else that everyone's been throwing on the floor, flight magazines. Double check Wi-Fi. Make sure you enforce that. We don't need any major mishaps here as we come into Bar Harbor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant Phil speaking. As we prepare for our descent into Bar Harbor, please gather up any rolling Coke cans, ginger ale, napkins, and anything else that might have found its way to the floor. Also, double check your Wi-Fi connections and make sure everything is in order. We wouldn't want any major mishaps as we come in for a landing. Thank you for your cooperation, and remember, we're all in this together whether we like it or not.
So the hill, that butte, I guess, straight ahead, that's, I believe, if I remember, I know we went up the top of that thing and looked out over Acadia. So Acadia is ahead, and to your right, we'll fly over there, at least close to it, before we come in on our landing on runway 22 to the south here at Bar Harbor, Maine. Hope you've enjoyed the leisurely stroll here in Maine. Hopefully we've boosted their tourism revenue as you decide that this is a place you don't want to miss. And actually that's true. You don't want to miss it.
UPS 1302, heavy descend to 5,000, expect RNAV approach runway 21.
Descending to 5,000, expecting RNAV 21, UPS 1302, heavy.
Bangor approach 018 altitude and selecting RNAV 22 from cargo into Bar Harbor.
08 Delta Juliet. I'm not seeing your transponder. Confirm squawking tree 627 mode C. Item one more time for me. 08 Delta Juliet radar contact. 1 tree east of Belfast Municipal Airport at 6,900 feet.
Bangor departure, can I get a wind check here? Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. Say again your request.
Just looking for a wind check.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, wind 090 at 8.
Thank you, to Whiskey Tango.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, you're welcome.
1289er, cleared visual approach. Runway 36 right, maintain 190 or greater till advised. Cleared visual 36 right, maintaining 190 or greater, American 1289er. 0 Amber Air, 3-port Tango. 128.05 for Amber Air, 3-port Tango.
TBM 2 Mike Echo. Contact Boston Center on 128.05.
Airport's off this direction, landing strip, probably right over, oh, I don't know, somewhere that direction. Probably over the hill, is my guess. Uh-oh. It's getting a little hazy again. Got some moisture coming down. Looks like probably... everything was looking so promising. Well, it'll be exciting. We don't hit a mountain first. I hope we're okay at 1,000.
Charlie squawk 0315, switch to 135.4.
Squawking 0315, switching to 135.411, Bravo Charlie.
Yep. Started with moisture, gonna end with moisture. Let's see. We're about 7 miles out. Bangor departure. This is Skyhawk 252 Whiskey Tango. About 7 miles out of Becra. Inbound for Bar Harbor. Full stop landing runway 22.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. Cleared for ILS approach runway 22 at Bar Harbor. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet until established on the localizer.
1,000 feet until on localizers. Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. There it is. No, that's not it. That's a road. It looked like it. But it is over, maybe right there. Phil, we get out of the way. Is that it? Nope, that's not it either over there. It's generally over there. It's somewhere back there. But we're going to head up here and come down from the Becra waypoint. Just like that.
waypoint brakes. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes. Holding at brakes, waiting for further clearance, Air Canada 235.
Get nasty up here. Getting pretty low on fuel. Got the lights on. Looks like Darren came back on for our landing. I hope I don't disappoint you. I am known to do that once in a while, especially in this kind of weather. The runway is not especially long, and my runways are going to be slick, and there's just all kinds of things that can go on. But I have already landed in the UK, by the way. And in London, I think it was
3 miles eastbound, altitude unknown.
London Heathrow. That was back. I mean, if you follow the episodes back a ways while I was in Europe, you'll see it. I don't remember if I landed. I probably did okay on that one, but not sure. I mean, eventually I got to land them all, right? Glad you like Oasis here. They're actually coming to Los Angeles, and my wife was freaking out about it, so we had decided to get tickets to go see the show. She says it was a bucket list item. Well, that is assuming that Noel and Liam don't get in a punching match before they finish off the tour. So, crossing our fingers with that. I think they're coming to the Rose Bowl. I don't think I know.
Whiskey Tango, Hancock Airport at your 4 o'clock 10 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Advisory, oh my.
Report cancellation of IFR or missed approach to this frequency.
And by the way, my everything's out the door. Like, I'm just trying to stay alive. So, let's go ahead and I'm going to bank here. And just wish me luck. Because I'll be honest, can I be frank with you? I don't know how to. I had the ILS down pretty well in the 747. I've forgotten how to do it in the Cessna. I don't know how to capture the glide slope. We'll do our best. Actually, no, we won't. I'm just going to try to manual this. I'm just going to try to VFR this thing right in. I'm supposed to squawk VFR. I need to get on my... Hang on a second. Can't talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Hold tight. Hold tight. Come on now. This one's gonna be rough. I have a feeling. I can feel it in my gut. This may not end well. Come on.
Japan Airlines 701, turn right, heading 150 vectors for the ILS approach. Right to 150 vectors for the ILS, Japan Airlines 701.
Come on now. Let's line this sucker up. I'm going to go off autopilot. Let me get my shoes off. My shoes tend to get hung up on my rudder pedals here. And you would know exactly what I'm talking about if you saw my shoes. No one else on the planet Earth wears shoes like I do. For good reason, but... Here we go. Before we do that, I want to check my trim. Trim's okay. I suppose. At least for a poser pilot. Bangor Bus, this is Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango on final for Hancock, runway 22.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, cleared for ILS approach runway 22 at Bar Harbor. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet until established on the localizer.
We're not doing that. What we are doing is squawking 1,200. If I don't kill myself trying to do so. And try to line myself up a little better here. Get some flaps on. Eek.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, not seeing you on radar. Double check 5557. Big eye dance again.
That was my fault. Bring a departure. This is Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango. I'm squawking 1200 for VFR approach. Runway 22, Bar Harbor. I guess I really shouldn't tell him what I'm supposed to be doing. We'll see.
Skyhawk
But
2 Whiskey Tango, cleared for ILS approach runway 22 at Bar Harbor. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet until established on the localizer.
He's not buying off.
Piper 345 Charlie, maintain.
He is not buying off on our plans.
737.
But here's the deal.
Maintaining altitude traffic in sight. Piper 345 Charlie.
We can see ahead of ourselves, right? Says the pilot who loses his license. Okay. We'll do the best we can. We're going to come in just nice and slow. We know the runway is slick. We know there's some wind. Let's see what the wind is. A Bangor departure. Can I get a wind check here at Bar Harbor?
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, wind 120 at 10.
Okay. We'll make it. I have a good feeling. Bangor departure. This is Skyhawk to Whiskey Tango. We have good ground contact. Requesting visual approach on runway 22. Did I do that right?
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, visual approach approved for runway 2 at Bar Harbor. Contact advisory frequency when ready.
Runway
Skyhawk
2.
Whiskey Tango,
That is
verify
not.
your squawking.
5557, mode C.
Oh, I am mode C, but 5557. Squawking 5557 mode C. Can we correct that to runway 22?
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, radar contact. 5 north of Hancock County, Bar Harbor Airport at 1400 feet. Heading 219er. Bar Harbor altimeter 30.24. Clear direct Kennebunk. Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango.
All right.
Runway 22 is approved for landing at Bar Harbor.
All right. There you go. Approved for landing. I need to get myself lined up a lot better than this. Trying to look at 3 different screens at the same time. Phil, you need to be doing your... Actually, never mind. I apologize. You're not the co-pilot. You're just a flight attendant, right? I guess. I'll say. I'm losing quite a bit of speed here.
Captain J, you got it right. I'm just the flight attendant here, making sure the peanuts
Alpha
are evenly
Bravo,
distributed and the
maintain
sarcasm is
3,500
flowing.
traffic at your tree
No
up and answer,
co-pilot
same
duties for me,
altitude.
just keeping things interesting back here.
3,500
Over and out.
traffic in sight, 553 Alpha Bravo.
Peanuts evenly distributed. He sure likes his peanuts. I'm probably coming in a little, I don't know, slow. Just a little paranoid, that's all. Plus I got to get over that ledge. Is that a ledge? Maybe that's just a mirage. That's probably, nah, that's flat. That's flat. It looked like for some reason, from my perspective, it looked a little bit like a hill. Now I don't want any judgment here. Here's the thing: if I walk out of this alive, I consider that a win. It's not going to look like a piece of art. It's not going to look pretty. I can just tell you that right now. I'm bouncing around here, a little bit of turbulence. Come on now. I don't know why I'm just not getting the angle I want. I guess I got to be a little more aggressive here on my roll. I think I've only got one set of flaps. Hopefully that's enough. I mean, I'm only going 74 knots, so I mean, and we've got what, 5,600 feet to work with. I'm sorry, we're using Imperial. I know that's kind of probably a no-no, but that's what we do here in the States. Come on now. See, that's not bad, right? Knock on wood. Knock, knock. I can't knock and... Oh my. Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, jeez. See, this is where things go really south. So I'm going to try to line myself up. Where is that wind coming from? Am I going too slow? Okay, hang on. Sorry. I told you it wouldn't look pretty. I told you it would not look pretty.
67 Kilo Lima cleared RNAV tree 6 number 2 following a diamond.
Oh, see?
Cleared RNAV tree 6 following the diamond 67 Kilo Lima.
That's why they don't let me up in a real plane, dude. Hey, look, just consider it efficiency in the taxiing system. Right. That was a bit of a crosswind. But like I said, if we're alive, we're okay. That's a little bit of wind. Bangor departure is a Skyhawk. 252 Whiskey Tango. I was the clown who landed on the taxiway, but we are to clear the runway and requesting taxi to general aviation parking.
Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Tango, taxi to general aviation parking via Alpha. Have a great day.
I'm just going to assume I'm on Alpha. This doesn't look like parking, but Hey, there's fuel. Let's just go. Let's go. Right? Let's just go get fuel. Ah, and oh wait, where's the freaking? Are you serious? Okay, let's do it. It's either fuel or air, one of the two. But either way, we're going to need some type of maintenance. I'm confident of that. All right. Well, alive at last. Phil, way to go. Way to go, my friend. We did it one more time. Parking brake. Pitot off. Oh, let's see. Beacon off, strobe, nav, landing taxi, avionics down. Checklist, obviously, not being honored. And magnetos off, and we're shut down. Hey, see? I mean, what are you looking at? He can't even talk now. Once power's off, he's done. He's out. Let's go take a selfie and we'll be done. Oh, that's pretty. Should we just take it through the power? Okay. Oh, yes. Let's see. Maybe up on top of this guy? Oh, or through that guy. Never mind. Still a few kinks. Oh, man. Nah, forget the fuel boxes. Well, first of all, I need to come around and get a tag of my registration so I remember which flight this is. With my cuckoos. There we go. November 252 Whiskey Tango. There's one. There we go. Not bad. Good looking guy. Let's see. So, does the Discord still exist? Hang on a second. I'm catching up. Shark fly? Absolutely. Absolutely. You just let me know. Yeah, just how'd this see? Yeah, just reach out. Like, catch one of my. I mean, I'm streaming almost every day, almost at least for an hour or so. So, let me know when you're up and running, and we will do a shared flight. And as long as you're willing to dance in the skies with a clown, look, man, I'm all for it. So, and then also the Discord site. No. But not to say that we can't. It's just, maintaining it for 7 viewers on average has been counterproductive. But you know what? Never say never. My biggest problem is I can't monetize, and nor do I want to, right? Uh-oh, I forgot to put my flaps up. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's take a picture of that. Forgot to put my flaps up. Of course I did. Because I'd rather just have fun flying, right? And streaming music, as you mentioned, is part of the big. It's a wind down for me at the end of the day. So we're not monetizing anything around here. But hey, look, we're up to 57 subscribers. So call that viral if you wish. But thanks for sticking with me, man. I mean, even coming on for the end. I mean, at least it made the trip worth it. That was not the trip I had planned, but it was still fun at the end of the day. And maybe on the way out we'll get a better view of some of those sites. And I got about maybe 6 or 7 more states in the U.S. to knock out before we head overseas again. And back to Europe. I still have some in Europe to knock out. Eastern Europe, certainly Asia, Australia, all the islands in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty to do. We've been at this for over 4 years, I think, and we'll still keep going because we're going to touch down on every single country on the planet Earth and every single state and union, which we're almost done with. And we're going to do it, hopefully, before the end of time. Or the millennium. And either way, we're going to have fun flying. And it's a beautiful day here in Bar Harbor, Maine. So, with that said, let's see. Any more comments? Okay, so yes, overheating, I get that. Life really changed for me once I got a 4090 in my machine. I was just like, oh, that's just wonderful. It's been so great. It's been wonderful. So I realized, look, we're not all money bags, but flying's great one way or the other. The way we started out was I had like 15 frames per second, and you know, you would think I would be like a master class pilot by now, but that is not the case. Mostly because I shortcut and cheat, and I just make myself learn through mistakes. It's kind of like Steve Jobs said, just fail fast. If I can't remember Steve, that might have been Steve Buscemi, but in any case, yeah, well, you get a good rig, it gets fun, and I've started to learn a little bit. I've started reading like pilot manuals. I'm like, one day maybe I'll get up in a real bird, but you know, not if I land like this. I value my life too much. So that's the beauty of simulators, right? Okay, let's see. Any last comments? No, that's me at all. I know we're on about a 30-second delay here, by the way. Let's see. At least a Steve. I'm like that old guy that uses my teeth to see now. Like I put my readers on and just like squint, and I bare my teeth because it helps you to see better. And that's me. I got three monitors. I've got heaven knows how much equipment I've got in front of me. My Alpha yoke, my Bravo Quadrant from Honeycomb, my new Thrustmaster pendular rudders. What else do we have up here? 2 stream decks. I also have Turtle Beach on the co-pilot side, but I don't know how to work it so that someone can fly, you know, and not conflict with, I don't know, I can't figure that out. So it's just for looks now. And other than that, yeah, that's it. So you're in the UK. Lucky you. Hope you're probably getting a little bit of rain out there too. Maybe, at least not today. Every other day. So it's good to check in with you, and hey, thanks for joining. And I guess I'll end this thing and go say hello to my wife, and I'll tell her that she's wanted. She's wanted. High demand for Debbie to join HeadTrip Air World Tour, at least on one flight, and I will let you know when that happens. Probably when hell freezes over, but we'll keep working at it. She's happy just to keep me off of the real tarmac. That's all. So, anyways, thanks. We'll shut down here, and yeah, wanted. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the flip side. And so here's how I usually end this thing. I just kind of go dark like this, and then we just start kind of like slowly, you know, way overkill, but we kind of bring the ambience down like that, just slowly, because that way I can go to sleep to this stuff, because nothing better to go to sleep to than your own voice for 6 hours. And there it is, right there. That's it. Okay, well, I don't know, I can't even think of anything to say, so we'll see you on the flip side.